welcome back to part 2 with our Leo Global Director of External Relations, Mihir Magudia, and we're going to be talking about Leocoin, this fantastic digital currency that can revolutionise the way that you do business and the way that you go shopping in your own country and around the world. Thank you, Mihir, for spending time with us. So, Leocoin, when did it first come into the market and what is it?
So Leocoin is a digital currency. It shares a lot of similarities to Bitcoin, but came out in 2014, whereas Bitcoin was launched in 2009. So there's been a number of technological advancements and developments in those 5-6 years as you'd expect, and Leocoin takes advantage of those, as well as the great things that Bitcoin has achieved in those years. It was launched in summer of 2014 as a coin, and the code existed from then. It became publicly available to trade on a public exchange in March 2015. And so it's still relatively young as a currency, and it's doing very, very well.
And what do you mean by doing very well? What's the value of a digital currency or Leocoin, for example?
So the value changes like any other currency and coin would, and it has peaked at something like £2 to £3, maybe even £4 once per coin. It's low at around 40-50 pence. It's bounced in different exchanges in different markets at different prices. It's all about supply and demand, and so the price does fluctuate and the price does change. However, it has been relatively stable since it's launched, and though while you've seen little ups and little downs, it's kind of tracking along depending on which exchange you're using.
Where can I find out more about Leocoin?
So if you go to the website, leocoin.org, you can see some wonderful introductory videos about Leocoin, about digital currency, and learn a little bit more about it. If you go to the Leo exchange, you can trade with Leocoins, you can buy them, you can sell them, you can make a bit of profit while you're playing on that system. If you're a Leo member, you can look on your back office and find out all about the Leocoin exchange, the Leocoin platform on the Leo member back office as well.
Okay. And there's something called the Leocoin Foundation.
There's also the Leocoin Foundation, whose job it is to promote all digital currencies, not just Leocoin. It's to play a leading role in helping broaden the acceptance of digital currencies all around the world. And so the foundation is out there. The foundation's talking to people, promoting Leocoin, talking to ministers and ambassadors and governments and all sorts of bodies to try and make the case for Leocoin, certainly, but also digital currencies more generally. And one of the great things about the Leocoin Foundation is that it's a not-for-profit company. So it's not it's got some money attached to it, it's got some Leocoins that it uses, but it can't make a profit out of anything. It has to reinvest all of its money and any money that it makes back into its objectives of promoting digital currency around the world.
With several other digital currencies on the market, why would I choose to use Leocoin?
Well, one of the things that we tried to do, and we're continuing to do with Leocoin, is to make it a truly mass market digital currency. So if you look at the other coins in the market out there, they tend to be restricted to a small niche of people. They tend to be for people who really understand the technical aspects, who are really interested in computers and mining and graphics cards and all of this other stuff that the average user just doesn't care about and doesn't need to get sucked into the detail. So the point of Leocoin was to use this fantastic concept of digital currency, make some improvements to it, take the next technological step forward, but at the same time really spread it amongst a much wider market of people, spread it amongst the uncles and aunts, people who don't worry about the details of big computers and ASICs and rigs and mining and all this other stuff that you just don't need to care about. And that's what's so exciting about Leocoin. It's going to be it's growing, and its objective and plan is to be a truly mass market coin that almost anyone around the world should be able to use.
So where can I get a Leocoin or some Leocoins?
Well, if you are a Leo member, then you can get Leocoins via participating in Leo. I'm going to go into the details of that. There's lots of other interviews and other segments that you can watch about that. Or if you're not a Leo member and don't want to be a Leo member and aren't interested in anything to do with the Leo company, just go to the Leo exchange. Load your account with bitcoins, with pounds, with euros, with dollars, and buy some Leocoin. Sell some Leocoin when you've bought them. Trade some Leocoin. Send some to your friends. Try and buy something with Leocoin. There's all sorts of ways of using it once you've got it, and it couldn't be easier to get.
Oh, brilliant. So setting up an account on the Leo exchange, if I'm not involved in Leo, would take 5 minutes, 20 minutes? Do I need proof of ID? Things like that?
If you were slow, it would take about 20 minutes. If you had an email address ready and could work a computer in that you could follow the instructions on a screen, I'd be surprised if it took 10 minutes. Oh, wow. The more you trade on the exchange, the more money you want to use on the exchange, then, like any other company, we obviously require more and more information, because that's just protecting you, and that's protecting us, and that's protecting all sorts of regulatory rules that we are bound by and we support. But to get started and to start trading on the exchange, it wouldn't take 20 minutes.
So if I want to be trading in more volume, then I go up levels or tiers. Is that the...
So yeah, you move up the tiers of the exchange, which again is a very easy process. And again, you'd move from an hour. You move from 20 minutes to it might take an hour for everything to be verified. But that's just part of the protections that you get with the Leo exchange. It's a very compliant, very secure, solid exchange, and you can put your faith in it, you can trust it. At the same time, that requires us to make sure that we tick all of the boxes and have a secure and as protected exchange for our members.
So you talk about Leo coins, I can use them around the world. What can I buy with Leo coins? Can I buy gold? Can I buy a computer? Can I buy a cup of coffee?
So we're building an entire ecosystem around the Leocoin. So it's not just a thing that you buy, can't use, and pray it goes up in value. That's not a sustainable model or a sustainable system. What we're doing is we're building a whole ecosystem around the coin itself. So there is a merchant development and marketplace program. Its job is to find merchants around the world who are willing to accept Leocoin. We found 32,000 of them. Amazing. At the same time, they all now need to go through a regulatory process. We need to check all of their bank numbers and their company numbers, and it's a huge job to verify thousands of merchants from hundreds of countries all over the world in multiple languages that are a challenge. And Leocoin is right at the start of its journey, so that's a huge resource cost. However, that work has started, and we're aiming for the end of 2016 to have a full merchant program operational, where it'll be a lot easier to find which local shops near you will accept and trade Leocoin. At the same time, we're also building the My Leo Travel website, which is a very exciting development. That is a Travelopolis, Expedia travel website. Like any other travel website, we'll have the same base prices, a price match guarantee, where you can book hotels, book flights, hire cars, and you can not only do it for the old world currencies, you can also do it for Bitcoin and Leocoin. So if you have your Leocoin and it's going up in price and you want to hold on to it and see if it goes up even higher so you can sell it later, then fine, do it. If you don't, if you decide, actually, you know what, I prefer a holiday right now, just go to My Leo Travel, and the site will launch very shortly. Just go to My Leo Travel and
off you go.
Yeah, book a hotel, hire a car, get on a plane. And because the price is the same across this site and other competitor sites, why wouldn't you?
Well, no, and it sounds like Leo is doing everything to progress this and make it just like using the other currencies.
Yes, indeed. And also Leo ourselves, we are big merchants for Leocoin, so you can buy anything from Leo using Leocoin as well. So if you look at our products on our web shop and our website, if you want the educational packages, if you want the technology packages, or whatever package you want, you can buy all of that using Leocoin as well. So there's all sorts of ways you can do it, but bear in mind we are at the very start of a journey, and there are going to be more and more ways added as we grow and develop.
Is purchasing Leocoin, is this considered an investment of any sort?
No. There's nothing to do with investment. This is just using a different currency to do something. Some people hold on to their digital currencies, because they think they'll go up in value, or they believe they'll go up in value. And if you look at Leocoin, it's gone up very significantly in recent weeks, and it's gone down a little bit and then back up a little bit. And like any legitimate currency or any sort of way of spending your money, things go up, things go down, things go up, things go down. And that's one of the most reassuring things about Leocoin. If you look at some of the scam coins up there, or some of the people who are trying to scam other people, they absolutely sell themselves as an investment. So you invest in whatever coin it happens to be, and for some reason the price just goes straight up in a straight line, which in my world rings alarm bells instantly. And it's often when coins aren't public, for example. It's often when they don't have an open source code. It's often when they don't have a public exchange where you can see and trade the coin as much as or little as you want. It's often when people say that, oh, this is a private coin right now, only for our members and for nobody in the public, that those alarm bells start ringing and something strange happens with the price going straight up and never down, never a healthy graph. The fact that Leocoin does that is incredibly reassuring, because it shows that this is genuinely supply and demand that drives the price of a Leocoin.
So through a member back office looking at Leocoin and the price, I've seen that that's different to what I see on the external exchange. Why is that?
That is supply and demand, as I was talking about earlier. So if you look at the Leo business and Leo members, you have 200,000 Leo members who are very interested in Leocoin. You have 200,000 members who are passionate about Leo, excited about Leo, and want to trade Leocoin and want to trade all sorts of things on the back office. The easiest way of that particular group of 200,000 people acquiring Leocoin or trading Leocoin is via the back office, where it's very, very easy. Well, it's easier than it could possibly be to trade. So as a result, demand is very strong on the member internal platform, and supply tends to be lower, because these are people who are bought into Leocoin. These are people who are passionate about Leo and see the potential of it. If you look at the Leo exchange, it's a strong market, it's a good trading market, but you compare 200,000 members of Leo with about 17,000 members on the Leo exchange. Demand is therefore lower, 10%, less than 10% of what it is on the Leo platform. So naturally, the price there will be a bit lower. It's just a case of supply and demand.
So is one of them the true value?
There is no true value. It's just we don't determine the value. It's determined by members who trade it on the Leo exchange. It's determined by members who trade it on the internal platform. We don't interfere with the price. We don't play with the price. If someone wanted to sell Leocoin for £100 and someone wanted to buy Leocoin for £100 on the Leo exchange, they could. We wouldn't stop them. We wouldn't get involved. If someone wanted to sell Leocoin for half a penny, and someone wanted to buy Leocoin for half a penny, and there are lots of people who would be delighted at that low price, then again, we wouldn't stop them, we wouldn't interfere, we couldn't get involved. It's nothing. It's a coin that belongs to its users, not its creators. And then on the internal platform, again, people are passionate about Leocoin on the internal platform. They don't want to sell their Leocoin, but they do want to buy other people's Leocoin. So naturally, the price is going to be higher.
Okay, I hadn't appreciated, I think, that people could choose between themselves how much they're going to sell and buy it for.
Well, when you sell your Leocoin, you set the price that you want to sell it at. When you buy your Leocoin, you set the price you want to buy it at. If someone wants to sell at a certain price, if someone wants to sell at £1, and there's a person who wants to buy at £1, then that transaction will happen. If someone wants to sell a Leocoin for £1 million, and someone only wants to buy a Leocoin for £2, then that transaction obviously won't happen. It will just sit there waiting for someone either to blink or for a third person to come along and say, fine, I'll buy your Leocoin, or fine, I'll sell you my Leocoin. But again, it's just a case of supply and demand, and it's not up to Leo, it's not up to Dan, it's not up to Atif, it's not up to me what that price is. It's something that members set between themselves on the internal platform, and something that members set between themselves on the Leo exchange as well.
Okay. I understand that there is a limit on the number of Leocoins that will ever be in circulation. Will there be a time where transactions are halted or paused because those coins are all in use?
Once we hit 1 billion Leocoin in about 100 years, where I suspect we'll have other problems, but in about 100 years there will be about 1 billion Leocoins in the world. Transactions continue on. Nothing changes. The fact is that no new coins are being created, so potentially that is deflationary, so the price should respond because there's no new supply coming into the market. So if demand goes up, there's no additional supply to meet it, so that should have something to do with the price. But at the same time, it just continues as normal. It's just a currency that is being used, a method of transferring value, and the fact that no new ones are being created means that you can be reassured and trust in the fact that no one's trying to game the system or flood the market with fake or new coins or tokens or some nonsense. It's an open, transparent system that you know today how many coins are going to exist.
So Leocoin and these
probably after most of us are dead.
Other currencies,
and
that's
that's something that you could never know.
Even though
with
I've got
the old world currency,
like a little symbol here, I don't get a physical mined coin.
No, it appears on your computer, and it's verified by the blockchain. It's verified and an accurate transaction because it's an open, public system that anyone can check and anyone can participate in. So that's how you know the number on your computer is a real number. If there's no public, transparent, open system behind it, then that number on your computer is fictional. It's private, it's made up, you can't trust it. But as long as there's a public, open system behind it, and you can see the code, you can see everything about the coin, it's all transparent, like a Leocoin or a Bitcoin, you can trust that number. In the same way that the only physical representation of old world money is paper or coin currency, but actually most transactions are done electronically, via cards, via bank transfers, via wires, even via the post office or something. There's all sorts of ways of transferring value, and very few of them require a bit of paper or a physical coin.
What does verifying transactions mean? Because I want to be able to trust in this system and using Leocoins around my purchases.
Yeah. So if I was to send you money from my bank account to your bank account, between us would sit a bank, and that would check that I had the money in my bank account and that the money ended up in your bank account. In the digital currency world, we don't like to trust big central institutions. We prefer a decentralized system. So instead of that bank with its processing power that needs to check my computer, check my bank account, check your computer, check your bank account, we spread that power amongst tens, hundreds, thousands, hundreds of thousands, millions of people who lend their computing power to verify that I've got the money in my wallet and that it arrives in your wallet.
Sounds a little mystical.
Essentially, we've replaced a central bank with its computer and its server with lots and lots of little computers lending their power to do exactly the same job. And the wonder of it is, you don't need to trust any of those big institutions anymore, because you've got lots and lots of people all around the world lending a small bit of their computer each to verify that my transaction is right and your transaction is right.
That sounds like some IT genius.
Yeah, it's very clever, isn't it?
Came up with that.
It's very clever, and that sort of ties into something we've not talked about, but all you need to know is it's about the power of the blockchain. It's about the power of blockchain technology to revolutionize the way that we transfer things, that we check things, that we make sure things are accurate and true.
I think, from my point of view, I'd want to know that it's trustworthy. I'd want to know that my personal details are not being shared beyond what they need to be used for.
Yeah, they're not.
Is that the case with Leocoin?
Absolutely, it's private. Digital currency is a private system of transferring value, And while wallet addresses are public to make sure that they're being checked, the people behind those wallets aren't public at all.
Can you tell us about this subject called Leocoin mining? We've discussed Leocoin and what it is and where it can be used. But for those who are interested, you can actually go mining for coins. Is that what that means?
Yes, so we've talked about how someone needs to verify transactions between you and me. And in the digital currency world, we use lots and lots of little computers to do that, the decentralized system. So those computers say, fine, borrow my computing power, and I will verify your transactions. In exchange, they get a reward of the digital currency they're supporting.
Oh, right, okay.
The fact that they get that reward for their computing power is called mining. That's actually called proof of work mining, which is a type of mining. There's all sorts of different types of mining that exist, but fundamentally, you lend your computing power to the system, and you get a relevant reward in the digital currency back. That's all mining is.
So you just mentioned proof of work. Does Leo use this or something else?
So Leo has a hybrid system right now that uses proof of work mining and proof of stake mining. These are two different ways of rewarding all the little computers who lend their power to the system. It's a fairly established process in the digital currency world to move from a proof of work dominant system to a proof of stake dominant system after a period of time. Sometimes 3 months, sometimes 2 years. In Leocoin's case, about 18 months or so. Now, by the time this interview goes out, I expect that Leocoin will be a 100% proof of stake mining system. Those computers that get rewarded for lending their power to the system, under a proof of work mining, they get more reward the bigger computer they have. So if you lend a big computer to the system, you get more Leocoins back. Or if you're mining bitcoins under that system, exactly the same process would happen. Under a proof of stake system, you get a reward for lending your computing power to the system, but your reward is greater the more coins you have in your wallet. The proof of work system, whilst it's excellent and it's a good way of launching a new coin and generating the power you need, rewards big investors in big machinery with big toys mining coins.
And not everyone can do that.
Not everyone can do that, and that's not the mass market objective that we have for Leocoin. The proof of stake system doesn't mind how powerful your computer is. It doesn't check or care particularly how much power you're lending to the system, but it will reward you more if you hold more Leocoins, if you have a bigger stake in the system. So proof of stake mining, which is what Leocoin is moving to, rewards people who have Leocoin. It rewards people who have a stake in Leocoin, who want to hold Leocoin, who want to spend Leocoin. But it doesn't reward people who are just buying big machines to knock all the little guys out of the market. Because fundamentally, Leocoin is a coin for everybody, not just big beasts with big toys.
I've wondered about the relationship between Leo and Leocoin, and how does Leo profit, or why did it choose to create Leocoin?
So Leo is fundamentally a business that's very passionate, very excited about education, about entrepreneurship, about disruptive technology. If you think of those three things together, digital currency was almost an automatic next step for Leo and for Dan Anderson and Atif Cameron. They created Leocoin to help businesses. They created Leocoin to help entrepreneurs do business globally. They wanted a coin that would work almost no matter what country you were in, so that you weren't having to overcome restrictive barriers created by faceless institutions, so that you could continue your business, you could grow your business globally, quickly, and without barriers that just don't need to be there. So that's where the idea for Leocoin came from, and that's where we see it being used more than any other one.
So how does Leo profit from having Leocoin in creation, or having Leocoin around?
Well, it doesn't really. So Leocoin was created to help people, and that's what we wanted to do. It's a medium of exchange. It's a way of exchanging value from one person, from one company, from one thing to another. The Leocoin Foundation is obviously a big stakeholder of Leocoin, but that's a not-for-profit organisation. That can't make a profit even if it wanted to. It has to reinvest all of its surplus, all of its money and all of its coins in its own objectives of promoting digital currency and spreading the good news around the world. The Leo company accepts Leocoin as a payment option for our members and anyone who wants to buy products from the Leo web shop. But again, that's a payment method like a credit card or a Bitcoin or cash or any other payment method that someone could accept. Leo also runs the Leo Exchange, which is a digital currency exchange. But again, that makes money on trading that happens on the Leocoin. And of course it does, it's a company like any other. But it's not the only place to exchange Leocoin. You can also do it on other public exchanges, one in Thailand, one with other names, that we don't control, we don't have an influence over, and we don't make any profit out of. So the Leocoin was genuinely created to help people and to bring a new mass market to digital currencies. Its price doesn't necessarily have an impact on profit for Leo, certainly not in that direct way.
This is just so exciting, I think, for Leo members, but also for other people, members of the public. Yeah. What do you see the future? It sounds really positive. It sounds like Leo is putting in the merchants and in the marketplace out there so the coin can be used all across the world and for many different things. What other things are going to happen with Leocoin?
So we've talked about the change to proof of stake and how that proof of stake mining and how that rewards people who hold Leocoins. If you have 1,000 Leocoin, you'll be rewarded with 10% every year of your total number of Leocoin. If you have 5,000 Leocoin, you'll be rewarded with 15% on your Leocoins. If you have 50,000 Leocoin, you get an enormous 20% reward of your Leocoin. Now those are significant rewards. Doing that sort of slabbed approach is a big innovation in the digital currency world and something that I can't think of another coin or another organisation having done in this way. And what it does is it has an impact on supply because you need to hold on to your Leocoins to get your percentage reward. Yes. And it has an impact on demand because if you don't have 1,000 Leocoin, you don't get your 10%. So if we think about the history of Leo as a company, every single year that has existed over the last 4, the number of Leo members, the number of people who are bought into Leo, has gone up by 4 times. Currently there are 200,000 members. If we just did what we did last year again, at the end of this year, there will be 800,000 members. Our ambition is that there will be 1 million members of Leo by the end of 2016. Now those 1 million Leo members will all be bought into Leocoin because they've joined Leo and they're interested in what we're doing and they believe in the coin and they understand its value. And all of them will want at least 1,000 coins because they want to get their 10% reward. Now, we've already talked about the transparency of Leocoin. In the world today, there are currently 72 million Leocoins. There won't be 1 billion Leocoins for another 98 years or so-ish. 1 million Leo members will all want at least 1,000 coins each, and some will want more. That creates a demand for 1 billion coins, which is 1 million times 1,000 coins. Because if they don't have 1,000 coins, they don't get their 10%. So the demand side says we want 1 billion coins by the end of this year. The supply side says there's only 72 million coins that exist. By the end of this year, according to the code, the transparent code, there will be 82 million coins. Okay. There's not going to be 1 billion coins to meet that need for another 98 years. So demand is for 1 billion. And supply is for 82 million. Only one thing can happen in the future of the coin when you've got such a big gap between how many coins are wanted and how many coins are available. And that has to have an impact on the Leocoin price and the future of Leocoin.
So get in now.
Indeed. So get your wallet balances up while you can, because there will be a time when supply is so constricted and demand so great that getting to 1,000 coins will not be nearly as easy as it is today. The other thing that we're building is this wider ecosystem, this marketplace you're talking about. So My Leo Travel is a great example of that. So again, as I said, this isn't just about buying something, holding onto it, and praying for the price to go up. That's a waste of time. I mean, it might go up, it might not go up, but there's no real reason for it to go up. What you've got to do is create reasons for the coin to be used, reasons for other people to be interested in. And that's what the whole merchant program is about, which is going to be developed later this year. That's what My Leo Travel website is about, so that you can spend some Leo coins that you want on a holiday. You can spend them on a hotel. Well, that's what the Leo web shop is about. So you can buy products from Leo for your Leo coin. And so if you create the ecosystem and the market and the economy for a coin, whilst at the same time encouraging people to understand the level of reward they get for having certain wallet balances, then you create quite an exciting economy that only one thing can really happen to the price of Leocoin.
This has been an amazing time with Mihir, learning about Leocoin and its potential and what it's already doing now. I look forward to seeing Leocoin featuring in international congresses or federations, gatherings about digital currency. As you've said, it's standing on the shoulder of giants. Bitcoin has led the way, and things have changed since then, and Leocoin and its founded members and the developers and all the team behind it, really sounds like you're thinking about this for the long term. You're thinking about this in a very robust way for people to be able to use Leocoin. Mm-hmm. I just think it's something that people should get involved in. If you have more questions, there is information on the websites that have been mentioned. You can always contact us at Leo. And if it's something that I don't know, or one of our members, one of our staff do not know, we can always ask Mihir. Thank you so much for your time.
You're very welcome.